The trade dispute between China, the United States, and Taiwan has been steadily escalating. Recently, Beijing made the decision to impose anti-dumping tariffs of up to 33% on certain imports from these two partners. This move is widely perceived as a strong response from China to the growing trade and political tensions. These tensions are especially pronounced as the United States and Taiwan are simultaneously implementing restrictive measures targeting Chinese goods and companies. The heavy tariffs imposed by China not only serve as a means to protect the domestic market, but they also send a clear message of Beijing's determination in the face of global trade conflicts. However, the key question is whether this strategy is truly effective or if it merely serves to deepen the divisions between the parties involved. Let us explore this issue further. As 2024 draws to a close, the United States is confronted with a series of unexpected developments that could pose potential challenges for the incoming Trump administration, which is set to take office in early 2025. One of the notable events is the announcement by China's Ministry of Commerce, made on December 27, 2024, that it will extend anti-dumping duties on N-butanol and NBOL imports from Taiwan, Malaysia, and the United States for an additional 5 years. The extension will be effective as of December 29, 2024. These duties, which were initially implemented in 2018, range from 12% to 33%. They are specifically aimed at countering what China perceives as unfair pricing advantages from exporters in these regions. This decision is expected to have a profound impact on the Trump administration's economic policies, even before it officially assumes office. The extension of these duties comes at a time when the United States is preparing to establish new economic and trade policies. It is anticipated that this move will further complicate the already strained relationship between the United States and China. The extension of anti-dumping duties on N-butanol is significant due to the critical role this intermediate chemical plays in the paint, coatings, and plastics industries. The continued imposition of high duties on this product will limit American chemical manufacturers' access to the Chinese market, thus giving a competitive edge to producers from countries that are not subject to similar tariffs. This extension of the duties is not merely an economic maneuver but has deep political implications. It highlights the ongoing trade tensions between the world's two largest economies. American exporters may face significant challenges, including a loss of market share, declining profits, and the possibility of being excluded from the Chinese market altogether. These impacts are likely to ripple through various industries, adversely affecting the broader U.S. economy as the new administration seeks to promote recovery and economic growth. Anti-dumping duties, which are the tools China is using in this case, are a common trade remedy designed to protect domestic industries from the harmful effects of dumping. Dumping refers to the practice of foreign producers selling goods in an export market at prices significantly lower than their normal value. This could mean pricing products even below production costs or domestic market prices. This practice can severely damage domestic industries by reducing market share, causing financial losses, and, in extreme cases, leading to bankruptcies. The primary goal of anti-dumping duties is to protect domestic interests and create a fair trading environment. These measures help domestic producers compete on a level playing field, ensuring the viability of local industries, protecting jobs, and encouraging investment. Furthermore, anti-dumping duties serve as a barrier against predatory pricing strategies employed by foreign exporters. Without such measures, domestic companies could be pushed out of the market, allowing exporting countries to monopolize the market and dictate terms, thus eliminating competition. In addition to their economic importance, anti-dumping duties help ensure compliance with international trade norms. They act as a deterrent against unethical trade practices and promote a fair competitive environment where businesses must adhere to ethical standards and regulations. This not only protects the interests of importing countries, but also encourages sustainable and equitable development within the global trading system. According to the World Trade Organization, WTO, anti-dumping measures have been one of the most commonly used trade remedies. Between 1995 and 2021, Approximately 6,500 anti-dumping investigations were initiated globally, with nearly half resulting in the imposition of formal tariffs. Countries and regions such as the United States, the European Union, India, and China have been the primary users of these measures. They play a crucial role in protecting domestic industries from unfair pricing practices by foreign exporters, thereby influencing international trade between nations. China is particularly notable for its active use of anti-dumping measures to protect its domestic market. Chinese authorities frequently initiate investigations into imported goods that are alleged to be sold below their fair value. China has imposed anti-dumping duties on numerous U.S. products, significantly impacting various sectors of the American industry. These duties are designed to shield Chinese domestic producers from the competition posed by low-cost imports while also reducing the competitiveness of U.S. exporters in the Chinese market. Studies have suggested that even a 1% increase in anti-dumping duties can lead to a 4.7% decline in the export value of a U.S. company. A well-known example of this can be found in the U.S. automotive industry. In 2011, China imposed anti-dumping and countervailing duties on U.S. manufactured cars with engine capacities of 2.5 liters or more. These duties range from 2% to 21.5%, severely affecting the competitiveness of American car manufacturers in the Chinese market. The United States challenged these measures at the WTO, arguing that they violated the organization's rules. However, beyond any single industry, China's anti-dumping measures have heightened bilateral trade tensions, exacerbating economic disputes between the two countries. The potential for retaliatory trade measures from the United States is another significant factor in this ongoing dispute. These retaliatory measures could lead to a cycle of mutual retaliation, which may disrupt global trade. On the other hand, the United States also has a long history of imposing anti-dumping measures on imports from China. These measures are designed to counteract trade practices that Washington deems unfair, protecting domestic industries from products sold below reasonable market prices. Following China's accession to the WTO in 2001, the United States intensified its use of anti-dumping measures against China. Despite being a member of the WTO, China is still regarded by the U.S. as a non-market economy in anti-dumping investigations. This designation allows the U.S. to use substitute country prices to calculate dumping margins, which often results in higher tariffs being imposed. These trade measures reflect the market protection strategies of each country and underscore the persistent trade tensions between the two largest economies in the world. These tensions have been further exacerbated by reciprocal retaliatory measures and ongoing trade disputes at the WTO. This issue continues to have a significant impact on global trade stability, posing challenges to efforts aimed at building sustainable international economic relations. Some industries have been particularly affected by the anti-dumping measures imposed by the United States on steel and aluminum imports from China. These measures are aimed at addressing market distortions and unfair trade practices that are characteristic of China's export products. Since the early 2000s, the U.S. steel industry has strongly supported such measures, leading to the imposition of numerous anti-dumping and countervailing duties on Chinese steel products, including hot-rolled steel, cold-rolled steel, and steel pipes. Some of these duties have reached over 200%, effectively eliminating competition from Chinese steel in the U.S. market. For instance, in 2016, the U.S. Department of Commerce imposed duties of up to 265% on corrosion-resistant steel products imported from China. By 2018, anti-dumping duties on cold-rolled steel had reached as high as 522%, citing unfair pricing practices by Chinese exporters. These tariffs not only protect domestic manufacturing, but also strengthen the position of U.S. producers against unfair international competition. The aluminum sector has similarly been a focal point of trade remedy measures. The United States has imposed anti-dumping duties on a variety of Chinese aluminum products, ranging from extruded aluminum to flat-rolled aluminum sheets. In 2024, the U.S. proposed further increases in import tariffs on Chinese aluminum to address the growing global surplus, largely driven by China's massive production capacity. China accounted for approximately 60% of global aluminum output in 2018. Anti-dumping duties on aluminum have ranged from 96.8% and above, contributing to a reduction of more than 70% in imports from China following the implementation of these measures. Beyond steel and aluminum, several other products have been targeted by anti-dumping measures. In 2008, the U.S. Department of Commerce imposed anti-dumping duties ranging from 33% to 187% on wire hangers imported from China. The mattress industry also faced significant challenges as Chinese exports were subjected to anti-dumping duties. This ongoing trade war, driven by anti-dumping measures,